"Stop that! You're just like Zipper," she said. We lay curled up in an L-shaped couch. She was reading and I was watching TV with my hands across her belly, feeling the milky, feminine smoothness of her skin. She didn't mind that so much as the kneading motion of my fingers, slowly clutching and releasing as if preparing dough for bread baking, so fine that you never want to move on, so fine that you never want to give it up to the oven. Zipper and Zelda began as her cats, but at some point Zipper became more my cat, my relative, my dependent, my friend. Zelda, the long-haired white female, existed to show us how truly non-skittish Zipper was. Like all couples, even neutered ones, they had noisy, intense spats of misunderstanding, followed by being found hours later in the sun, a sleeping sandwich curled head to toe, eyes closed in mutual grooming. At 15 pounds, he walked like a bear in a cat suit. Short white hairs covered his body to claim more than 1 million pleasure sensors. Perhaps that is why he did not wait to be petted. Even strangers who landed on our living room couch were treated to the cat self-throw of fur body onto thigh or lap. It was the covenant of "pet me," and it was not to be broken. Even if they were standing, he would plump down on shoes. Cat hairs on pants cuffs were mandatory. The deal was simple. In return for food, maintenance, and petting, Zipper simply existed. His reward of purr was also your reward. In the Sunset District of San Francisco, each block is like a wagon train of circled houses. Inside, the backyards are all defined by a series of wooden fences that are known to all cats as the interyard highway system. In the daytime, this was Zipper's domain. The highway allowed for only one cat at a time. To all of the human clumps along the fences, he appeared as the good luck cat whose statues lined the shops of Chinatown. They let him roam. Zelda once brought back half a mouse to proudly share with her providers, but Zipper could never seem to catch one of the gophers he had occasionally spotted. He was more fascinated by the idea of gopher than driven to find out where the hole went. When the sun promised to go down, he headed for home. At night, he thought it was a pleasure game to see how close to my head he would be allowed to sleep. His objective was not to be the cat in the hat. It was to be the cat as a hat. Long after both cats were banished from the bed, he would sneak back late at night and curl up around our feet, hoping that no one would notice. This we let him do in the later years. No one describes the motion of a wheel after its first cycle. One just describes the exceptions to the motion. Zipper's wheel kept rolling for 16 years, sun up, sundown, and back again out to the incredibly green garden in early February, back to the dry brown yard in July. The wheels rolled. In his last years, he would surprise us walking across the living room rug. He would suddenly jump a foot into the air for no reason, as if hurtling over an unseen candlestick. Then came the times at the end. He began to drool constantly and couldn't eat. He would hide in the closet for most of the day and occasionally issue a complaining meow. "Jaw cancer," said Annie the vet, and showed us the x-ray. We bought him some time with Gerber's baby food, 1 more month in the sunshine. But then he couldn't groom, he couldn't drink, he couldn't swallow. Our 15-pound bear cat had dwindled to 8 pounds, and it was time. On a Saturday afternoon in August in a sunny garden, I had an hour alone with him, holding him in the sunshine, laying down on the warm concrete with him, watching the green and purring. Then Annie the vet, our friend, came over on her day off. With the late afternoon sun waning, she administered the first shot for sedation. As it kicked in, Zipper became caught up in fear. He struggled in Carrie's arms as if trying to run through the garden one last time, trying to find a hiding place. Then a quiet acceptance as he became goofy. Annie let it settle in for a few minutes and then gave him the shot to stop his heart. I watched his eyes point slowly towards the center of the galaxy, to a stillness that is forever. 6 years later, I find myself on the couch with no claws, just fingers running over her smooth, warm skin. I alternate 4 paws, clutching at the warmth like the kneading of bread, purring in rhythm, stopping only to take in the next breath of air, thinking without words, this is what heaven must be like. This is what heaven is like. This is heaven.